Hello and welcome to Community Cast number 29. With me, your host, the vocal terrorist, Jesse Rain. You are on the Sarcasm Gaming YouTube channel. Why are you on that? Because you want to see more from Clan Mythology's NiftyNathan. Oh yes you do. Our Red Terran joining us. He was with us yesterday, he's with us today, he's with us for another 2 days after this because he is an awesome dude. Opposing him is a Blue Zerg player called Scones, or Scones, depending on which part of the UK you come from. Alternatively, if you're American, he is called Biscuits, because Americans are strange. So, in yesterday's video, the first of the NiftyNathan replay pack, I spoke a lot about his team, Clan Mythology, and they're a really, really great team. I urge you to go check it out. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, go back and watch it because I'll talk at length in that about them. Today I'm just going to say that once again the founder is Robert Winter, who unfortunately passed away a little less than a year ago. And their manager is now a guy called Odin. He's a really, really great guy. And they picked up NiftyNathan. They're trying to go pro. Please go check out the website, www.clan-myth.com. And support them in the DSCL. It's one of their first big steps towards becoming a really pro team, and I'd love to see them advance. Love to see them absolutely smash it in the finals. So both our players being very, very well mannered. I should just mention these replay packs are from before Nathan actually joined the clan, which is why he's got the Nifty tag before him instead of Myth. But he is on Clan Mythology, and it's something he's very passionate about. They're a really great team, guys. I'd love it if you'd support them. I know I will be in the future. And look at this. These two players, they're just chatting to one another. So, last time we saw a TVZ, and this time we're seeing a TVZ. The question is, will NiftyNathan do something different this time? We saw last time he went very, very early Widow Mines, which is pretty nice. But it did not help him against the Baneling Bus Cannon. But part of that could have been the Belshire Vestige War. Like, if he tried to wall across here with supply depots, he would die incredibly quickly. It's just don't do it. I'm not a big fan of the supply depot wall, to be honest. I do understand why they do it, but I'd rather just see map control with siege tanks more than anything else. But we do have a gasless expand coming from NiftyNathan, going one racks expand so that he can wall off and stop any early zergling cheese, which is a pretty good strategy. And now we see the double refinery following up. This is all so far so standard. I mean, this is pre-Heart of the Swarm standard. This is what we were looking at Terrans doing. Meanwhile, our Zerg player is also gasless expanding. He has a spawning pool out because he's sexy like that. He's making a couple of lings. Just, oh, I'm going to go scout. Oh, I'm going to go see if there's a base here because that's my job, and then I'll die. Queens are done. I do expect it to tractor soon, but once he sees that expansion, oh, if he does, he's actually on an attack move. But he does clear that marine out. The problem is he's going to get shut down here, so he will not actually get to scout, which is kind of horrendous. But he does have an overload there, so he has seen it. So it's possible he will just take a third. But nope, he is double extractoring. Very nice to see. And getting a spine crawler. So even though he's seen this expansion coming down, he doesn't want to risk anything. You don't want to risk Hellions or Hellbats or Reapers or anything nasty that can come and hit your base as a Zerg player. So one spine crawler here in a good position should do just fine. He's attacking his own spine crawler. I think he was supposed to be attacking this. Yes, he's supposed to be attacking the place. Oops, misclick. Hopefully that won't come back to bite him in the arse too much, but you never know. Oh, Nathan! Nathan, what did I just say? So, supply depot walls going down because this is GSL 2 years ago. Now, I mean, there's pluses and minuses to this. I don't like it because it's just so easy to hit. But Nathan has shown that he wants to use Widow Mines rather than Siege Tanks. And if you're going to use a lot of Widow Mines and not get Siege Tanks, you have to do this. Because those Zergling run-bys will just get in. Widow Mines do not fire fast enough. You run in, you sacrifice 1 or 2 lings to Widow Mines, and then you run the rest in and kill absolutely everything every time the Terran player moves out. So I do like his Widow Mine placement once again. I wouldn't actually mind if they were slightly further apart, just to get more coverage. There's a spot up here that isn't covered, but everywhere else is covered, and honestly that little bit is not going to matter. That's like 2-3 Zerglings if they were spread out across the entire thing. Third base coming down from Scones. I will change how I pronounce that throughout this replay because I'm a southerner who lives up north, and therefore my accent is thoroughly confused by itself. Metabolic boost coming out. We've got +1 ground carapace, +1 melee attacks. I hope my microphone is recording this, because this is the 3rd replay I'm recording today, and I've suddenly realised I do not know if my mic is on, and I've no way of checking until after I'm done recording. This is the troubles of a paranoid mind. Hatchery turning into a lair, describing things that are happening on the screen, waiting to see exactly what our 2 players want to do. With the double eBay coming out, we're not going to see NiftyNathan do a real attack for a while. He's going to want to get at least +1/+1. Trying to move out on the map with these Hellions, but that did not go so well. Speedlings surrounded them, absolutely destroying them. Nathan, unfortunately, not paying attention at the crucial moment. Now, where is he sending these Widow Mines? Okay, one is going to burrow, it looks like, at the Zelnaga Watchtower, behind the lines. Okay, no. He's, I thought perhaps he was going to defend at that Zelnaga Watchtower. But no, instead going to defend that main path into his base, and this main path. So, either of the ways the Zerg player moves, he's at least going to scout it, so long as the Zerg player doesn't take down these rocks. But if he does that, Marine on the Zelnaga Watchtower. That's really nice from NiftyNathan. That's something I think we might see a lot more of from players in the near future. As a Baneling Nest goes down, there's a double Baneling Nest. That has to be a misclick. So, seeing a few mistakes coming out of Scones here. I think Nathan was Diamond at this point. I think he's got Masters now. I'm really bad at remembering all the research I did on my friends, no less. Nice scout here by the Overlord. Sees the orbital command landing, and now we're going to see some Zerglings explode. Okay, no we're not, because Widow Mines. Yep, now Nathan's like, well, crap. Well, at least he saw them coming in, so that's one thing, right? So, nice try by Nathan. Unfortunately, not placed completely correctly. Means some slight problems coming there. Starport finally done. Very, very late on these starports. Which means the medevacs do come out incredibly late. So, he's vulnerable to early attacks as he tries to get out a lot of Widow Mines quite quickly into the game. +1/+1 is over 2/3 of the way done. But this third, well, it's going to be forced to lift. That was always the way it was going to be. He had absolutely no way of defending that. His only hope really were the Widow Mines. And bam! Gotcha! So the Zerg player unfortunately knew they were there. And that one does get taken out. So once again, I want to reiterate, that was a really, really good idea from Nathan. Unfortunately, the execution was not done quite well enough. And it cost him, not the game, but it cost him the 3rd base in many ways. Now we just have the medevacs coming out very, very late. It's 12 minutes into this game. You can have them a lot quicker, but he's really, really almost over-making these Widow Mines. He's got 7 Widow Mines. Now, at this point in the game, they were new, they were exciting, and I think we're seeing players make a lot of them, but I think there's a lot of over-usage of them. I want to see more siege tanks. Like, where are they? Siege tanks are actually better than Widow Mines in a lot of situations. It's very one way or the other. Okay, that is a Marine. The unit models are throwing me off because I think Nathan's got different skins on or something. Do they always look like that? I genuinely don't know. I can't remember if they had the bayonet before or not. Oh, I'm confused. Heart of the Swarm, what have you done to me? Okay, paying attention to the game again, we have... Look at this production bar. It's nearly halfway across the screen. We've got Scones taking a 4th base. He's getting a hive, pathogen gland, centrifugal hooked, double Baneling Nest, because misclicks. Finally, NiftyNathan manages to re-establish a 3rd, but it's a long way behind Scones now. with a macro hatch going down as well in the main at the same time as the 4th base, actually slightly after it. So that's a late macro hatch, or, well, an early 4th base. I feel like more it's a late macro hatch given the absolute mass of minerals and gas he has built up. Here come a ton of Lings to try and push this pushback from NiftyNathan. This is the push we've seen from him before. As +2/+2 and +1 vehicle weapons are being done, he starts to move out. So he hits against an army, a real army, around the time they finish. Now we do have infestors on the way. With good fungals, they can take down this army. There's a lot of Widowmines to support. We'll have to see once again how good is Nathan's control. Now the one thing the Zerg player has done that I don't approve of is how far back he's just sat off NiftyNathan. He's poked him a little bit here, he's poked him a little bit there, but this third got down and just stayed down the second time. No attempt to really shut it down by the Zerg player. And with the huge bank of minerals he's built up, he just does not have the army really to fight up against NiftyNathan. He's been going a lot for tech, going a lot for upgrades. 2-2 now finished for everyone involved. 3-3 on the way for Scones, not for NiftyNathan. Nathan trying to move in with 2-2. That really is the timing he favours. Supply depot wall off going down here, so no more Ling run-bys, but we do have Banelings out, so that will not necessarily stop it forever. And we do actually have an interesting path whereby you could run up here and down into the 3rd, but there's a Widowmine borrowed here to do some damage, even though it will kill his own SCVs at the same time. What is this? Drilling Claws! It's a new thing. It allows Widowmines to burrow and activate 3 times as fast. Sounds OP to me. Look at this little Zergling. Doesn't see a thing, doesn't suspect that right next to him is a huge bio army. So Nathan is now at 200 supply. What's the plan, Nate? What's the move out here? He has to get a good engagement. That really has to be on his mind. He needs to be able to take this army. If he takes down these infestors and just continues with a push, he will actually do incredibly well. But obviously he pre-splits. He wants the Zerg to attack into him where his Widowmines are burrowed. Oh, nice attempt at the changelings. Manages to get one Widowmine to fire off and fungals it as well just so he can see it. So decent fungal there, but on the whole, NiftyNathan doing very well there, using that to scout them out. So here we come, huge army engagement. A lot of bio is dying, but Scones losing a lot of his important tech as well. The ultras are falling, and now he must retreat. Now the one thing is with the Widowmines here, Nathan felt fairly safe here, but it means he cannot chase his opponent down. Especially on creep, there's plenty of time for fungals to go down, for speedlings to roll in or banelings to roll in, and decimate the army without that support. Absolutely cracking fungal there from Scones, but again he's going to lose his tech. No support from really from the Lings or Banes there. They weren't there just yet. So he loses a couple of infestors, loses an ultra before the Zerglings and extra ultra reinforcements arrive. 3-3 now on the way for Nathan, but it is late, along with +2 infantry weapons. Hellbats coming out. Hellbats actually really good units in this game. Criminally underused by Nathan so far, but hopefully we'll see more from them in the near future. So another critical engagement coming in. Scones moving in with so many ultras. Ultras so good, but is it enough? The Widowmines just do not fire fast enough. Can Nathan hold this? He does have a second army coming out to reinforce their Hellbats and Marauders. Will push Scones back. Once again, Scones tries to push in, but he isn't able to make it. The difference is, this time, Scones ends up with the supply advantage. He's managed to whittle NiftyNathan down an awful lot there. Nathan does have a great deal of production going though, and once these upgrades finish, he's going to be in a really good position. He just needs to get them to finish. He was late hitting them, and we have a Zerg player that has half the map in bases, over half the map in creep. Nathan is being hemmed in. He's not really able to leave this position. If he leaves the Widowmines, he will die a lot. We've got double spire on the way. That's for the double air upgrades. That one is not a misclick. And we've been seeing Zerg missile attacks level 1 on the way, which could mean Hydras. Perhaps a switch into Hydra Roach. I don't know why, because you've got investors out. And now a pincer movement. Zerglings try to run in, but the Planetary Fortress will take them down along with the Widowmines. And the Ultras are going to come in from the other side with the Infestors. Wants good fungals on them. Oh, needs to be careful about Planetary Fortress though. Doesn't want that hitting the Infestors. And now Scones is going to be moving up in towards the main base. And NiftyNathan meanwhile with a huge Doom Drop in the back of Scones' main base. We are going to see some kind of base trade scenario, which is not going to work out well for Scones unless he can hold that army off in the main. Because there's a lot of units here. There's a lot of stuff to kill here. And he doesn't really have anything that can hit flying buildings, whereas he's losing his hive. He's losing all his major tech buildings. Those buildings are not enough. The infestation pit will fall. If he could take the greater spire as well, that would be incredible. And look how fast that dies. Actually forced to cancel on it at the last second. All of the major tech of Scones is dying. And the problem is, once his army dies, he can't remake it because there's nothing. There's no hive. There's no tech. All he can make are Zerglings. This was such a bold move by NiftyNathan, and it's paying off incredibly well. Even if this drop is cleared up now, which it may just about be, Nathan is in such a great position. He lost what? He lost an expansion, well, not even the command center. He lost supply depots. He's got production everywhere. And he can just land that again. I mean, it doesn't even matter. There's hardly any minerals there. His fourth is still there. It's still a planetary fortress. We've got another orbital command here. He could move out. He could take this base on the borrowed Zergling. He could just create army and go wherever he likes. There's not even a spawning pool. Scones is in trouble. NiftyNathan, what a daring move. And oh my word, how it paid off. Nathan is very much back in this game after an incredible attack by Scones. Did not pay off for Scones whatsoever. So now this base is going to be taken by NiftyNathan. He does need to scan this annoying borrowed Zergling. But I mean, the tech takes so long to rebuild. The one thing Scones has is that he'd already started the missile attacks. So when the Hydra Den's done, he will have Hydras out that will be semi-effective. The question is, will they be effective enough? I mean, Hellbats are great. Marauders do some sick DPS. And the ever-present Widow Mines from NiftyNathan. Look at the supply differential. I think this is it for Scones. I don't think there's a way back into this game. That was just such a great move by NiftyNathan. I cannot tell you enough how good it was to attack in there. Nathan knew where Scones' army was, and he knew it was so far away from that main. And with the ability to medevac boost, he could get in there very, very quickly. Nice fungal goes down, but the Widow Mines do get to shoot off. Unfortunately only on Ultras, and well, they don't do that much damage against Ultras. Ultras are really big, really beefy. He sees the Hydras come out, starts to hit them already, and this base is going to fall. We must see GG from Scones soon. He might have one last attack in him, but it's not going to be enough. NiftyNathan, with incredible play, is going to take this game once again. Nathan, damn bro, you are getting good. And I know for a fact Nathan's got even better since this, as he's advanced up the leagues, advanced up his divisions. So once again, thank you very much to Clan Mythology, and thank you very much to NiftyNathan for this replay. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with the third of our 4 NiftyNathan replays in this replay pack. Guys, I've been your host, the Vocal Terrorist, Jesse Rain, and I will see you all tomorrow.